stability, as per two separate statements from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Shukri expressed Egypt's deep concern due to the unprecedented military escalation between Iran and Israel, which threatens to spin the nation out of control, jeopardize regional stability, and endanger the interests of its peoples. Egypt's top diplomat urged his Iranian and Israeli counterparts to exercise maximum refrain from policies of brinkmanship and mutual provocations that could further escalations and instability in the Middle East. Furthermore, he stressed Egypt's firm stance in calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and facilitating the entry of humanitarian aid. Shukri also underscored Egypt's rejection of any actions aimed at displacing Palestinians from their lands. Shukri's call with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken also addressed the developments in the region, particularly concerning the launch of Iranian drones targeting Israeli targets, the escalating tensions in recent weeks amid the war, and its regional complications. He briefed his American counterpart on the outcomes of Egypt's intensive communications with both the Iranian and Israeli sides in addressing the crisis and preventing it from spiraling out of control.
Now we are joined over the phone by Mr. Abdurrahman, political analyst and journalist. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello to you and the viewer.
So, Mr. Amr, let's first start by the reason behind Israel launching its attack on Iran's embassy in Damascus and why Israel is opening another front in the conflict.
Reasons behind such attack reminds me of an older attack against the leader of the revolutionary alliance of Iran, Qasem Soleimani, who was killed in 2020 in another raid accomplished by the U.S., both U.S. and Israel. It took Iran 4 years and has never taken any response except for statements and fiery statements towards towards Israel and the U.S. Despite that, the U.S. has declared its responsibility on the tongue of Mr. Trump, ex-president. 10 months before, another launched again against Iran's arms,
Yes.
which are creating what they call it, chaos in this, trying to redraw the map, the geopolitically map to the east, which is confronting true threats, not just by the Zionist existence, but also by the Iranian influence. The Iranian influence that is controlling terroristic organizations, which are the Houthis in Yemen and what they call it Hezbollah. So we have right now the Arabic occupied land by the Zionist existence in Palestine, and we have this conflict, this historical conflict with the Zionist existence, along with being threatened by the greed of the Persian, the historical greed in the Arabic territories, and of course, along with this, or among this greedy conflicts and agendas in the Arabic interests and fortunes, we are facing such chaotic scene between the Zionist existence and Iran. And I take this that has declared it quite clear. How could Iran launch an attack, and before it launches it, it declares that the drones are going right now to go all the way to Israel. Before it starts, and when it starts launching the attack, it declares it that the drones are going right now to Israel. Taken the whole time, which is more than 4 hours or 3 hours, giving the chance and the free time for the Israeli air defense to take the action, get ready for being ready and drop 90% of the Iranian drones and missiles. That means this is a scene played by the two greedy powers in the region that doesn't represent a true attack or true revenge, as they call it in Iran, and giving the masterminded by these units and the Western media. We have a scene. They are trying to drag the whole territory, the whole region, a bloodshed and chaotic scene that can only serve their own agendas, not the agenda of peace and not the purpose of peace and prosperity that only the powers of reason is seeking, like Egypt. We are only the power that the Arabic power, the leading power, is maintaining stability and sound of reason in the whole region.
Yes, Mr. Amr, also, if we talk about the effect of this escalation on the whole region, do you think that it will impact the Middle East, this escalation between Iran and Israel?
Well, considering, of course, what they call it an Israeli response for the Iranian attacks or so-called attacks against the unit's existence. Well, of course, we expect more escalation on too many levels. It's a very critical moment of our history. I remember right now the files of the Iran Contra when Iran was launching that hostile war against Iraq trying to eliminate the Iraqi army, which was one of the largest armies in the region and in the whole world. And of course, I remember that file, that conspiracy, masterminded by both Israel and the U.S. and the CIA and Iran, that the U.S. and Israel has transported weapons and a very high-level weapon to Iran in this conspiracy, what they call it Iran Gate. I remember that right now, and I remember how they attacked Iraq and destroyed the Iraqi army, which has threatened the whole national security, the whole Arabic national security, and our own national security in Egypt, because Iraq is the eastern gate to our national security, our eastern borders of our national security. So I believe they are about another agenda or another trying to attack the Arabic national security. I believe that the only way to stand against such attack and hostile agendas is by uniting the Arabic powers, uniting the all the Arabic regimes all together, led by Egypt, the only true shield and armor for this nation. I'm talking about the whole Arabic nation. I'm talking from Algeria, to Gulf, to Sudan, to Somalia, to the heart of Africa. We are the only leaders of those regions, and we are the only true leaders that deserve that leadership by our own sound of reason. That sound of reason is protected by the only true military power and the supreme military power in the region.
Yes, Mr. Amr, what role did the United States and other Western allies play in supporting Israel's defense against the Iranian attack?
Well, of course, Israel has the full support of the of the Western powers, like the U.S., like the EU, like Europe, and of course, we expect that the war of statement, I might add, will go on and continue for the coming 2 weeks. That war of statement between Tehran and Tel Aviv, and of course between the capitals of the West, will continue to keep on the fire on, to keep the heat on in the region, to keep the chaotic agenda on wheels. But we can never allow this. We will never allow any chaotic agendas again after we have succeeded and achieved the most historical victory, strategic victory, by breaking the wheels of what they call it, the Arab Spring, which is an Arabic autumn and a Zionist spring. And by launching the June 30 revolution that changed the face of the region, the whole face, and saved the nations of the region from chaotic agendas. I believe this is the only way, by uniting the Arabic forces, uniting the Arabic efforts towards such agenda.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, journalist and political analyst. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Dear viewers, short break and we'll be back, so stay tuned.